collector on the corner. I got Chris here and we're under the canopy in the shade. And there's a kid on YouTube's got a H Farmall stuck valve, and he's been messing around with that stuck valve and not doing any good because he just don't know what to do. And I know what to do. I've been there and done that more than once. I've did it at least a dozen times, unstuck a valve without pulling off the head or tearing anything up. And you keep beating around on top of that valve stem, you're going to bend that valve, what you're going to wind up doing. And he don't need to pull the cylinder head off. Cylinder heads cost money and all that kind of stuff. So what we're going to do, I'm going to show you how to unstick a valve without pulling the head. You get your rock arms and all that off the top of the motor. This here's got a stuck valve there, stuck valve there. That one's free, that one's free, that one's free, that one's free, that one's stuck, that one's stuck. And what you want to do, you get your deep well socket like this. And you put your rope in through the spark plug hole, under the valves. Run that piston all the way up as tight as you can get it. And what that'll do, that'll keep that valve from dropping down in the cylinder any further. And you put this on top of there like that. And you beat on it. And just like that. See, there's the two keepers. There's that valve spring. That valve's still stuck. See it? Won't move. Will not move. Now, if I can find my stuff. I don't see it. Okay, what you want to do after you get that spring off there, that rope's underneath there, and which that valve ain't gonna go nowhere. And you put your pair of vice grips on there like that. Get them fairly tight. That valve ain't moving. Okay, what I do is put some kind of lubricant on it. All I got right here in this bottle is some diesel fuel. Just a little diesel. And I've got a little propane torch. Just a little torch. And I'm gonna heat on that. Try to heat more on the guide than you do the valve itself. See, this is the guide that's sticking up. And you just heat on it. Move around, heat on the other side. And you wiggle on that a little. Don't really put a lot on it, just wiggle on it. Keep heating on it. You just now starting to get a little hot. You ain't gonna ever get enough heat running that motor to get that valve guide as hot as I got it right now with this little torch. And mainly I'm just heating the guide, trying to just get that cast iron hot. I'm gonna put a little more diesel on it now. And what it is, that heat, that diesel will seep down in that crack. And there she goes. Just like that, folks.
So basically just get boiling hot diesel and put it inside there.
Well, that diesel just cleaning it. See? Where it was stuck, you can see that black. Now that rope's holding that valve up. We're just pretending this is still on the tractor. Okay, what you do, here's your valve spring. Here's your deal. What you do is you get your stove bolt. You do it just like this. You cut it off flat on two sides. Put a nut on there. Stick that stove bolt. Where's the one I took off of it? This may be a different one. What you do is you put this on there. And these are fairly soft. They ain't hard to compress. See, I'm compressing up my hand almost. Here's 9/16 wrench. See, compressing that way down. And then what you do is you get you a valve spring compressor like this one right here. And you spread these out. See, that's got this deal on. You spread them out enough you can compress that spring, which I've done did one. See, I got it compressed. Right there. Now what we're going to do, we're going to set that down over the guide. Pull that valve up as high as it'll go. Set that down over the guide. Put the keepers in there. That one don't kind of want to go, but we can tap it down, it'll go. But anyway, we got one on it. There, got both keepers in there, see them? Then you just loosen your valve spring compressor. You can buy one of these, they're for small engine. You can buy one of these that they're hanging on in a blister pack on the shelf in there at O'Reilly's and Napa and them parts stores. You can get one of these real easy. They're cheap. There. Now, that stuck valve's not stuck no more. See, you tell the difference. See that in there? It's just stuck. But I can do the same thing with this one right here. See, watch. You put a socket on there. Get it over the bench. Couple licks with that socket, that spring will jump right off. See, there's the spring, there's the keepers. There's your stuck valve. Same thing. Put a rope in that cylinder to hold that valve up. Put a pair of vice grips on it like this. Put your vice grips on it, put a little diesel on there. Take your little propane torch. Heat on it a little bit. I fix stuck valves on cars and trucks and tractors. Been doing it. I'll be 74 in October. And I've been doing stuff since I was a little kid, about 10 years old. And I watched other people do stuff. Them old people, if they was doing something, and if you watched them and you was quiet and didn't bother them, they would let you do it. If you was interested, most time they'd tell you what they was doing and explain why it worked. But you cylinder heads are expensive to pull a head off and put a head gasket on there and all that stuff. It's a lot of work. Put a little more of that on there. Let it soak. That heat, it'll draw down in there. If you didn't want to use diesel, you could probably use candle wax. I didn't have my vice grip tight enough, did I? That and there seems to be stuck a little tighter. Do a little more heat on it. You just gotta keep heating that guide up. You keep heating on that guide and keep squirting diesel on there or some PB blaster or whatever you want. And eventually, there it went. There she goes, folks.
It came unstuck.
Yeah, it came unstuck. This whole cylinder head's been brazed up before for some reason right on top here. This is a propane head. See? Folks, that's all it took. And that guy's he's got an H.
So all it
And
took.
the engine in it looks to me like it might be a power unit engine. And I'm going to show you what to look for on a power unit engine. Come here.
So all it took was some
H.
boiling hot gas and
I
some
got an H right around
diesel.
here. See, it's got dipstick. This was a power unit engine. I put it in this tractor. And if you'll look right here on this tab on his tractor, you look right there, there's a serial number. If that serial number does not match the serial number around here on this tag, it's not the original engine. And another way he could tell is a lot of times the power unit engines had a bigger carburetor. They had a different manifold and a carburetor the same as the Super 8. But a power unit engine has got 164 cubic inches and a regular H engine has got 152. Now if he'll pull that oil pan off, he can take and measure that bore. Measure the bottom of that piston, he can tell how big it is. And I suggest he needs to pull his pan off and clean it out anyway because he seems not to be getting a lot of oil in his rocker arms. You need to take them rocker arms off and clean them and take an air hose and blow through all the oil passages and stuff and be sure that he's getting good oil circulation because it don't look like he is on his video. But I'm doing this video to try to help that young man. So I guess we'll call that a video for now.
So thank you guys for watching.
We got our cafe, and me and Chris, I got the parts for his tractor, and me and this boy's gonna put his tractor back together. He's gonna take it up to his place. His daddy's got 4.7 acres up there, and he wants to start him a little farm. He wants to plant him a garden, a little cornfield and stuff like that. So he's gonna take his tractor up there and use that and get him some rabbits and pigs and such like that and keep up there. But he wants to be Farmer Chris, and Grandpa's gonna help him all he can. So we'll say goodbye and good luck to y'all, and I appreciate him coming over here to do these videos with me today.
So thank you guys for watching. Bye.